Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have for us a review of the Atari VCS 2600 prototype game, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Ewok Adventure, also known as just Star Wars Ewok Adventure. Anyway, it was under development by Larry Goldberg as the lead developer, to be published by Parker Brothers in 1983. And the earliest game ROM of this was rediscovered was about 1997, though it would still take some time after that before we'd actually get a successful release of the game ROM. As far as I know, it hadn't had a physical release, though it looks like there may possibly have been some reproduction cartridges done, though I couldn't confirm that. But otherwise, it mostly has remained as a digital download of the game ROM, at least from what I can find. Anyway, it's a pretty interesting little game. It kind of focuses on the, I forget if it was the Battle of Endor what, from Return of the Jedi, where the Rebel forces are on that moon trying to disable, they're trying to infiltrate a bunker fight their way through and infiltrate a bunker which contains the controls for an apparent force field protecting the newly constructed and actually fully functional Death Star and its fleet from the Rebel fleet attacking it. It's actually part of an elaborate trap on the part of the Empire. But anyway, the Ewoks end up becoming embroiled in things and agreed to help. And in this one, you are an Ewok flying what it kind of looks like should be the Millennium Falcon or something, but it's actually supposed to be an Ewok glider or hang glider, and are able to drop rocks, and you're also able to pick up bombing material or commandeer Imperial vehicles to get to the bunker and destroy it. Basically to blow things up and thus disable the shield generators. And so you get to play as the Ewok, and it's a pretty interesting little game. Okay, so I have it on my HyperCam Retron 77 emulation hardware clone console via an emulated digital download of the game ROM. So rather than sitting here and talking about it for too long when I don't have to, I'm going to go ahead and get set up with that, and we're going to take a look into the gameplay. Okay, so here we go with gameplay for Atari VCS 2600 prototype game, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Ewok Adventure. Okay, everything seems to be okay here, not quite. I don't have full control yet. Give me just a sec to adjust. Now let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. We can see from what it says, Parker Brothers, that's the PAL version. Here's the American version, or what's supposed to be. Okay, so press the fire button to get started. Okay, here you are with the glider. There are your enemies. That looks like Stormtrooper, another Ewok right there. The other thing I think was one of those speeders that the Empire had, and that you could sometimes commandeer. If you do it right, you can commandeer one of their vehicles. Don't run into them, obviously. You can commandeer one of the Empire's vehicles to help you with this task, because they can also blow the thing without you having to bomb it, technically. Just have to not run into anything at all. course, you can drop rocks by pressing your fire button. And don't crash. That right there is the bunker. It's kind of tougher than it looks because the glider controls actually control a lot more like a regular hang glider instead of just regular old left, right, up, and down. So. Darn. One more Ewok right there. Okay. This stage right here is one of the second screens, which is a forest screen, where you get the explosives from the other Ewoks. I died, of course. Try again. One thing I've learned on this one is if you stay low, you can reduce your speed and have a better chance of getting where you need to be without... Ooh, I just got to control the speeder, which is... kind of interesting. Of course, Ewoks are not very technologically savvy, so they have a hard time controlling something like the speeder anyway. There we go. That right there, that's what you want to get. I managed to get there and land in close enough proximity to plant the explosives. And managed to blow it up. So now we're on to round 2 screen 2 of it, sort of. Again, it's basically this. Now I would have the explosives I need. Darn it. And again, you can take control of the Empire's vehicles if you do it right. So that requires landing like right on top of them at just the right precise moment. It's not easy to do. Got over 4,000 points racked up already, so... And of course they will try to shoot at you. You can attempt to fly straight over them, but it's not so easy. Oh. Again, what I'm shooting at them is just rocks. The animations and sounds here are all pretty nice. It sounds good, looks pretty good. And apparently I'm on the wrong screen. It's another thing, you can get lost, you can wander off the correct screen pretty easy. Give it a sec, okay, now it's time to restart it. Darn you. Again, this game is a bit tough, but manageable. Looks good, sounds good. It's perfectly playable. We'll kill the Ewoks. Darn. I think I might have missed there. Yep. 100 points. Again, it's a bit tricky if for no other reason than simply because your glider is tough to control. Okay, I'll give one more go. Why not? Hey, I managed to go at once, so... frustrating part right there. Got it that time. Boom. Ah. Okay, one more and we're done. One and done. Of course, those look like Imperial Stormtroopers. Looks like the mini smaller walkers that they have, for the most part. So it looks about right. There we go. Mission accomplished. It's an easy mission though, but doable. Yes, destroy it. You know, one of the interesting things that's kind of surprising is that the Ewok's little rocks can actually cause enough damage to destroy all that. Shouldn't be capable of destroying a walker or speeder or anything, you wouldn't think. Oh, whatever. Okay, so I'm on the wrong screen somehow. Let's skip over by a couple. Like this way. That's the other thing that's a little bit confusing with this one is you can get lost on what screen you're actually on, as opposed to where you need to be. This way. So they're getting a bigger score than I haven't had before, but oh well. Nope, not this one. Either way, that's 7,207 points, which is probably the best I'm going to do, and I think you guys have a pretty good idea about the gameplay by now with that, so. Okay, so that was Star Wars Return of the Jedi Ewok Adventure. A 1983 prototype game for the Atari VCS 2600. Is it pretty good? Well, a lot would regard as probably one of the better looking and sounding and somewhat playing of the Star Wars games for the Atari VCS 2600. Though unfortunately, since this one wasn't released, not officially. And I think it's a good point to it. Now, why wasn't it released? Well, first of all, I want to say it is pretty fun. You can see I could manage to get there and blow it up, and pretty cool little game. It's very simple, so I give it a thumbs up and say you guys should probably check it out if you get a chance. Anyway, now why wasn't it actually released originally? Well, back then, Mr. Larry Goldberg had been showing his work to his bosses at Parker Brothers, and they wanted more of the controls to be simple up, forward, back, left, right, the basics for a joystick controller, as opposed to the more glider-like controls that he had programmed in, and he didn't like that idea and refused to change it, so they went and canceled his project, and thus the game. So we could say there would be a possibility of the 1983 video game industry market crash in North America too, but in this case it's more or less that he just would not do it their way, and so they decided to, rather than getting the project redone or anything, to cancel it. Kind of a shame because, like I said, this one looks great, sounds great, plays pretty good, and would have been a very nice game to have as an official one rather than just a prototype. Anyway, I do have a few recommendations and links for you guys on this one from my preferred YouTubers. Pet Says Jim 1 has 3 videos on this one, none of them too long. High Retro Game Lord, my friend Brian Puddin with his channel Brian's Man Cave actually goes into a pretty good look at it. And then there's Old Classic Retro Gaming, which I was kind of surprised this one came up because I've been subscribed to this channel for a long time. But they do more straight up arcade games, from arcade cabinets, whereas I do ports of games mostly. And I was a bit surprised they had this one, which is technically a unreleased prototype game. So, although I've been subscribed to Old Classic Retro Gaming for a long time, this will be the first thing I've shared from them that I can recall. So, nice to finally get to do that. I will also leave a link to AtariProtos.com for any who may care to read up further on this one, as they do have a pretty nice little article going over this, and there's a good bit of information there. And also, I will leave a link to AtariMania.com where a digital download of the game ROM can be. You can get a digital download of the game ROM there. I'm pretty sure just for free because it's an unreleased prototype. And, well, not to mention, doesn't prompt you to pay for anything, stuff like that, so. Also, it's an unreleased prototype game. It would be ridiculous to charge for it. So, I doubt they're doing that. So anyway, I will leave those recommendations and links for you guys. Big shout out to my Atari 2600 Facebook group. Love you guys over there, and hopefully it won't take too long for this video upload to come down so you can take a look into it. Weather here is turning a bit like it may want to rain again, so I'm not sure if it might get a little delayed, but I think there's a good chance that this won't take too long. Go ahead and keep you guys' eyes peeled on my channel's feed here on YouTube, as well as if you follow me on my Facebook, tweet, and or Twitter feed for what the announcement post of what this next Wednesday's upcoming Intellivision original library review will be. I've pretty much got a pretty good idea of which one I'm going to pick out and throw up there. It's what I've been wanting to do for a bit, but I'm not 100% decided, so I'll get that posted up hopefully later today, and we'll go ahead and see about it as we get there. In the meantime, if you enjoy this channel's content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And please don't hesitate to leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comment section below. You guys take care, have a wonderful Sunday, and by the way, a happy Father's Day to all the fathers, grandfathers, uncles, etc. out there. And hopefully I will see everyone back here again this coming Wednesday, if not a bit before.